pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have approval of our minutes from the previous town board meeting, April 19th. Motion by Mr. Gibbons, second by Mr. Verskevich. All in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, approval of bid from Oki for resurfacing the tennis courts at Chapman Park. Motion for that.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Verskevich, second by
I'll second it.
Mr. Montroy. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, we're accepting all bids for concrete and crushed stone, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. Motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second? Second. Second by Mr. Gibbons. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, follow up on our Walker, tree care proposal for Bridgeport and Route 31.
Yep. Keith, I talked to the person at B&L, finally, you're right, John, he's
Yeah.
tough to get a hold of. He was supposed to meet me this morning, and he canceled. So, but in the conversation I did have with him, he said that we really shouldn't just replace them. We should make sure the species will fit the stormwater species that are appropriate for putting into this project. And that's one of the reasons he wanted to come out, he wanted to see. His comment was exactly what I had recalled from this project, is that it should have been pretty much maintenance-free, which it's turning out not to be. So, at this point, he wants to come out, take a look at it, suggest maybe some different species, and then we can move forward with whatever suggestions they make.
You might have got a hold of someone.
I did, he's not easy, but I did finally pound him down. At this point, John, I don't know if you want to try to maintain him for this summer, or how you want to move forward.
Probably the best thing to do is just maintain them.
We're gonna have to do something with him. But I would like him, before we get into him, I'd like him to see what the results have been, so that he understands what the plants and what this is supposed to be maintenance free, it is not.
She wanted to change the plants out, but that's all you gotta do is trim them down and take all the dead stuff out now, I think.
So we could do some maintenance on it to make it look better, right? Yes, because it's,
So is there a lot of weeds growing in?
oh yeah, it's terrible.
So I don't know what the weeds are from the grass stuff, so.
Yeah, so what about, is it from people mowing them, mowing their?
Well, they'll mow their clippings in there and
Clippings in.
everything else, and you get the stuff off the road, it goes in there.
How's it, I mean, like, how's it growing? I mean, is there a topsoil-y something under there? or is it mulch?
There's fabric, there's stone, and then the plants that they put in there for the stormwater absorption.
Yeah.
And the stones are all moved around.
I didn't understand, like, the weed, if it's supposed to be maintenance-free, the weeds are growing up to year one. I mean,
Yeah,
is
well,
this
that's
growing
kind of
in the mulch or?
That's why we're trying to get a hold of them and get them in there and say, hey, what are you doing with this design? I really think they need to take it and figure out why this is not maintenance, low maintenance at the very least.
Carrie, what do you got?
Can make a suggestion. The original design, there wasn't supposed to be any mulch in there. And then when they were doing the planting, it was like 90 degrees every day, and they got nervous that the plants wouldn't take. So that mulch really was never designed to be in there, and that's like a weed catcher. If you wanted to do something this year, take out the mulch and any fabric that's been compromised, and just put stone in, and then get a feel for where to put some plants. I knew that once I went to a couple of the other ones before that went in, like over in Fayetteville and North Syracuse did it, and the mulch was just the weeds were attracted to it actually, and easy growing. The stone's supposed to be all on the top and then go down to this layer of silt, and then from there down to stone and pipe at the basin. And the plants are just an added feature, you know, to give it some aesthetics and to help, you know, with taking the water and absorbing it before it goes down in the drip. But that mulch is awful. That's the key to happening.
And that may be what he advises us and where we need to be to go forward.
You're right.
But I want, they're the ones that designed it, it's time for them to take a look at it.
What's your plan?
I say, Ken has said he will come out and give me his time next
Keith.
week, or Keith, yeah, Keith will come out and, take a look at it next week. As long as he doesn't have another appointment.
So what do you wanna do with Jennifer?
Hold up for another.
I would hold out for, till next meeting.
2 more weeks?
I mean, are the weeds real tall down there? I mean, is that
It's
issue?
pretty scraggly
They're
looking,
growing.
it's not very nice.
Some areas are okay, other areas are like out of control.
Uh-huh.
If you go on North Road, closer to the church, just to the second.
Well, she maintained all that a
So
couple.
that's the way,
3 weeks
and
ago.
there's no mulch in there. And that's the way it needed to be.
Mhm.
So we're waiting 2 more weeks?
I would advise waiting 2 more weeks. I would.
Did you talk to her today?
I have not talked yet.
Alright, well, so we'll put this on hold for 2 more weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, our MS4 annual report proposal from Department of Judas to administer that. I'll have that in motion for, be able to sign that.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second. Second by Mr. Gibbons, is there any discussion?
And this is what we have to do every year is read our MS4 requirement,
Yep.
so.
All in favor, signify by voting aye.
Roll call on that one,
Why do we need a roll call on
yeah.
this?
Spend it, because we'll spend money under this one.
We're gonna spend money on all of it. This isn't a budget modification.
Yeah, humor me on that one, Wayne.
Okay, Mr. Montrose,
Aye.
Mr. Martin,
Aye.
Mr. Berskevich.
Aye.
Mr. Gibbons.
Aye.
I'm an aye. Carried. Okay, Parks Department returning staff, Josh Bolter, $15.50, Jason Driscoll, $16, Mary Jo Chaplin, $18, Melina Farr, $17, Samantha Adams, $16.50, and Dan Shirilla, $15.50. I need a motion for them to be able to come back. Motion by Mr. Berskevich, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Montroy. Is there any discussion? All in favor, signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Approve, Zach Beely as the deputy highway superintendent. Need a motion?
I'll move it.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Montroy. Is there any discussion? All in favor, signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, we don't have any budget modifications. Firefighter applications, we have 2. For Bridgeport, correct, chief? Need a motion?
I'll move it, Jan.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Montroy. Is there any discussion? All in favor, signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. Okay, Andy, you got anything for us?
No.
Fire chief, you got anything for us? No? Okay. Yeah, carried.
I just wanted to see, or get an update on, where we stand with discussion on, short-term rentals. Are we gonna open that up at all?
Well, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. We're waiting for Cicero to do all their stuff, so we don't reinvent the wheel. We're gonna let them spend their money on lawyers. John Laney doesn't like that. Okay, anybody has anything up here? Okay, motion to adjourn then.
I'll second.
Okay, adjourn.
Very frustrated, seriously though. I mean, last year it was a mess, this year it's worse. I've cleaned it out since 1988, I can't do it anymore. I need some help.
So last year, so it's county road, out of my jurisdiction, I went down, I looked at it, we discussed it.
You discussed it, why didn't you tell me then? Why didn't you tell me when you went and discussed it?
Last year, I'm getting to that part.
You did, it's been a year, you didn't tell me you couldn't do it.
You said you wanted all the dirt removed, and all the trees removed. You got it. That's-
How'd they do the Erie Canal?
Well, it's not, first of all, it's not our responsibility, number one.
And you're telling me this a year from now?
I told you that last year.
No, you did not tell me that. You told me I was on a waiting list.
So, and now with the way things are, it is private property.
And I gave you the right to walk on it to do it.
But the property behind you, that goes to the creek,
You won't go all the way to, who are you kidding? You're not gonna go to the ditch.
you can do the job.
Go to the creek.
It is
And
private property.
what you're telling me a year from now that you couldn't do it? Are you kidding me?
Last year, the guys went out, we spoke to you, and you said you wanted, we actually spoke in the.
Yeah, I told you at the meeting, and you said, I got you right here on your want list.
Right.
You're on my wish list.
When you said you
And that
wanted
was
all
a
the
year
dirt
ago
removed,
in June,
when you want the dirt removed,
and that was in June, and now you're telling me you can't do it?
can't haul the
So now
dirt.
I gotta start all over again?
You were told that in the.
No, you did not tell me that. You said, I'm on your wish list right here.
Okay.
No, we can't do the job,
And you're telling me now a year.
like I say.
That's all I wanna hear. It took you a year to tell me that you can't do it. What's my next step? I'll have, hard fill wanted, because that ditch does nothing for me. It's your water.
You talked to
It's the
county,
town's water.
Andy, did you
It's
talk to
not?
county?
Huh?
You talked to county.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Okay, hard fill wanted then. Because it does nothing for me but collect mosquitoes, and it's it's the town's water. I can't believe you did it a year. You put that sign up and said, you're on my wait list. Just like this.
Yeah, I did.
You did, and now it's a year that you're telling me you can't, you couldn't stop by and say, hey, we can't do it, so I can reach other avenues?
Go back and look at the meeting.
So can the county do it?
I don't know, I don't think so, you already talked to county.
What happened with the Indian Nation when they couldn't get the water down to the creek? You came in and eminent domain the land, and they took right out, yes,
I don't know anything about
it might have been before you, right, it was right when the Indians came in. They took it over from a little old lady, which is really no big deal, but they came in and built a hell of a ditch.
Under highway law, the water has to have a threat to the highway. Okay? Secondly, you have to have an easement. And-
You got the easement. I'll write any easement you want.
And that's fine, it's private property, but there is also property behind you.
That you guys, that's from here to the railroad bridge away. You guys won't dig that far. All I'm asking is for 300 feet.
Yeah, but if the ditch doesn't go, if it goes to nowhere, it makes no sense to dig it.
It's been going for nowhere for years, but it's stopping in my land now. Before, it's nothing but a vacant farm swamp land. Goes to a swamp. Geez, only been a year. Man, I came twice last year. Now you're telling me you can't do anything. Well, I'll get a couple 10-wheelers of crushed stone in there and start filling it. Mr. Montroy, can you deliver me some tomorrow?
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Why not? It's my land.
It could be wetland.
No, it's wetland, all right, if you want mosquitoes. I can't believe I can't get any help. Nothing? Can you at least look at the county and say they can do it? Nobody can dig it, because, they built the Erie Canal by hand, but nobody can get a machine in there?
I'll ask the county if they can come dig it by hand.
Yeah, right. Did you even look at it?
Yes,
When did you look at it?
several times.
Several months? I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
Exactly what
I walked it myself.
Yeah, that,
Yeah, you walked it.
Buck,
Did you walk
let me,
it?
Buck, let me see what that's,
I just can't believe you didn't tell me you couldn't do anything a
let
year
me see what
ago.
I can do for you in the county.
All right,
For sure.
unbelievable, man.